In today's story, I'm going to tell you about the animals in the forest who would like to have a Christmas with presents and a Christmas tree like people do. Most of the animals have heard something about Christmas, especially when the farmer comes to the forest with his children a few days before Christmas to get a Christmas tree. The animals have listened to the children talk about Santa Claus and Father Christmas. They have also heard that in Austria the Christkind brings the presents, that in Italy Santa Claus is called Babbo Natale, and that even in some parts of Italy the witch la Befana brings the presents. The little squirrel girl Nala is the most curious animal in the whole forest and always wants to know who Santa Claus and Father Christmas are, but none of the animals know the difference. One day Nala dares to go to the farm and climbs onto the windowsill of the nursery. She waits and waits to hear from the children. After 2 hours of waiting, Mama finally enters the room and tells the children a Christmas story. Then Nala finally hears that Santa Claus comes to the English children and is a tall, thin man with a long green coat, and that Santa Claus comes to the American children who has a long white beard, a big round belly, and always wears a red coat. "Hooray!" Nala shouts. "Now I'm the smartest animal in the forest." The children look to the window because they hear a chuff, 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 but all they see is the bushy tail of Nala. The next morning, Nala tells the other animal children who Santa Claus and Father Christmas are. The two owl children, Willow and Feather, are thrilled by the story and tell Mummy and Daddy Owl. "We want to celebrate Christmas too, and have a Christkind, a Santa Claus, a witch and Father Christmas to bring us presents." Mummy Owl thinks about it. Celebrating Christmas. We all love the story of Father Christmas and Santa Claus, but I've never heard of the animals in the forest celebrating Christmas and getting presents. The owl children, Willow and Feather, are sad and fly to Nala. They tell her that there is no Christmas for the animals in the forest, and that the animals don't know how to celebrate Christmas. "That's not fair," says Nala. "It would be nice if we could celebrate Christmas too. You know what? We'll just ask the other animals if they want to celebrate Christmas this year." So Nala, Willow and Feather decide to go out and ask all the animals in the forest. Willow and Feather are very excited and get started to see the fox. "Are you crazy?" says Nala to the owl children. "You can't go to the fox. He'll eat you." "The fox won't eat us," say Willow and Feather. "We were playing with the fox cubs yesterday." "I never heard that we were allowed to play with the fox cubs," says Nala. The two owl children explain that Mummy Fox invited them because her children are always alone, because no one dares to enter the fox's den. Mummy Fox then convinced Daddy Fox that he couldn't always eat the other animals that came near him. Otherwise, the fox cubs would never have anyone to play with. The next day, the two owl children and Nala go to the fox's den. Daddy Fox gets very hungry when he sees the three of them, but Mummy Fox looks at him sternly, and the cubs run off to play with Willow, Feather and Nala. "It's good to see you," says Mummy Fox. "Actually, we wanted to talk to you about something," Nala says. "We would like to celebrate Christmas with you, but our parents told us that the animals in the forest never celebrate Christmas." When the fox cubs heard this, they squealed with joy. "Is Christmas the time when you put up a Christmas tree and light it beautifully? We've often seen a Christmas tree lit through a window on the farm. We want to celebrate Christmas too." "Ah, that's a great idea," says Mummy Fox. "Will the mice come?" asks Daddy Fox. Mummy Fox gives Daddy Fox a dirty look, and Daddy Fox says nothing more. After a few hours of playing, the owl children and Nala go home and tell their parents that the fox family would love to celebrate Christmas this year with all the other animals. Then they tell the crows, the mole, and the mouse family that there will be a Christmas this year. All the animals are excited and looking forward to it, but the mouse family is not sure they will come because they are not on good terms with the owls and the foxes. But the mouse kids really want to be there. Unfortunately, the animals don't know how to celebrate Christmas. They are sure that Santa Claus, Father Christmas, and the witch la Befana will not come to them. Then Willow has a great idea and says to the other animal children, "You know what? everyone can give someone else a present. That's a really good idea, says Feather. I always knew I had the smartest sister in the forest. The animal children then tell their parents that the owls will organise presents for the squirrels, and the squirrels for the owls. The foxes will bring presents to the crows, and the crows will bring presents to the foxes, and the mice will give gifts to the moles, and the moles to the mice. At the end of the first day, the animals still have no gifts for each other. Unfortunately, the owls don't know what the squirrels eat, and the foxes have never seen what the crows eat. The squirrels have always hidden from the owls and don't know what the owls eat, except mice and squirrels. Only the crows know that foxes like to eat a chicken from the farmer, but the crows have no idea how to catch a chicken. The mice hated the idea of catching earthworms with their mouths, but they know that moles like to eat earthworms, and the moles know absolutely nothing about what the other animals eat because they always live underground and hardly ever come to the surface. So the mummy mole says to the daddy mole, Daddy, I'm sure the mice will catch lots of earthworms for us. You must go to the farm and ask the cat what the mice eat. But Daddy Mole replied, That's not possible. First of all, we are blind and I'm not going to the farm. And secondly, the cat has never seen a mole before and is bound to be curious about what I taste like. Oh dear, you're right. You can't ask the cat, she'll swallow you whole, says Mummy Mole. On the second day, the animals still have no presents. And on the third day, everyone is sad because in the afternoon, all the animals meet at the edge of the forest to celebrate Christmas. But to everyone's surprise, the animals bring something for the Christmas tree. After a few minutes, the tree is beautifully decorated with pine cones, moss, squirrel hair, crow and owl feathers. Even Daddy Fox has brought his favourite treasure, a big tooth he bit off a long time ago. All the animals look at each other with big eyes and wait anxiously to see who will get a present. But no one has a present for the other animals. After a while, the squirrel girl, Nala, says shyly to the owls, We really wanted to catch a mouse for you, but the mice are our friends and we didn't have the heart to catch one for you. I'm really sorry. Then the daddy owl says to the squirrels, We really wanted to bring you some hazelnuts, but the tree was covered with snow and we couldn't get them down. Then the crows said to the foxes, We know that chickens from the farm are your favourite. We flew to the farm and tried to catch one, but the rooster shouted at us and pecked us on our bottom. That hurt a lot, so we flew away quickly. Sorry we couldn't catch a chicken for you. The foxes then say, That doesn't matter. We wanted to give you eggs because that's your favourite food. We quietly crept up to the chicken coop and took some eggs, but unfortunately they all broke in our mouths when we tried to carry them home, so we don't have any eggs for you. The mice tell the moles, We tried to catch some earthworms for you, but they were so awful in our mouths that we had to spit them out. We're very sorry, dear moles, but we don't have any presents for you either. When Daddy Fox sees the mice, he suddenly becomes very hungry. He would have crept slowly towards the mice, but Mummy Fox knew exactly what Daddy Fox was up to, and immediately bit him on the tail and looked at him very sternly. Finally, the moles say to the mice, Don't worry, we have nothing for you either. We would have liked to have got some cheese for you from the farmer. We dug a tunnel to the farm, but sadly we couldn't see the entrance to the cheese cellar because we're blind and our noses can't smell cheese. All the animals stand around the Christmas tree, disappointed. After a while, Nala says, Why are we so sad? Just because we don't have any presents? I think it's been wonderful that we all came together. We've never been together before. The owls didn't eat us, and Daddy Fox was very nice and didn't eat the mice. Even the crows, who were always so shy, came, and the moles don't usually come out of the ground. The two owl children, Willow and Feather, nod in agreement and say, Nala is absolutely right. Then Willow and Feather begin to dance and sing. They dance around the Christmas tree as if on a merry-go-round. Nala joins in, as do the crows and the owl parents. The mice and moles jump on the backs of the fox pups, and then everyone dances and sings around the Christmas tree. They dance and sing until midnight. None of the animals went home, but all fell asleep around the Christmas tree together. Nala, Willow and Feather kept talking for a long time until Mummy Squirrel gently told them, "Celebrating Christmas was a beautiful idea. We'll do it again next year, but for now, close your eyes and have sweet dreams." And for you, little ones, it's also time to close your eyes. The bedtime story is over, and all the animals in the forest wish you a good night and a wonderful day tomorrow. Merry Christmas.